Hello and welcome back to another Let's Play Space Quest 4 with Retro Phoenix 80. In this episode I'm going to attempt to subterfuge a trap and gather some information, much needed information from Turd in order to go back to the Galaxy Galleria to get that piece that we need. Need to find my notes. Ah, there they are. Alright, we need to, remember that slime that we picked up earlier? Well, it's actually acid. So,
well, there's not much left of the lock now.
alright, and we'll leave that stogie for later. Remember I said we need the stogie in a bit after the Galaxy Galleria thing? Well, this is where we need it. Otherwise, this happens.
We're glad you could play Space Quest 4. As usual, you've been a real pantload.
Are you sure you want to restart?
So, we take the stogie.
You slide the pre-smoked tobacco stub in your mouth, and after noticing a hint of grease and cruel breath, decide you...
Okay, well, let me rephrase
You slide the
that.
conveniently pre-moistened stogie between your lips, apply a lit match, and proceed to nearly hack up a lung. Keep your hands...
Okay, now it's lit.
You cast the old stogie to the ground.
Good. Now we just have to find the right combination of which to turn these. Right. Okay. So basically what we want to do is get them completely vertical. That one's done. Damn. And that one is done. So all that's left is that first one right here. Hang on a sec. Okay. And there we go. Always a good idea to save often. And now we can actually proceed through the corridor without fear of dying. Well, yet. Now we need to get us a gander here. We got to be careful in this area because there are two robots that are liable to kill you. And remember this.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from ahead of you.
Need to quickly take a picture of that. And then get the hell out of there.
Now you knew he was coming.
Yes. Let me go and make sure that it's the same. If it is, then we'll just go straight to the Galaxy Galleria. It is.
You hear an...
Roger. Alright. Progress. Progress, progress, progress. And now we can actually go back to the Galleria. And I'll see you when we get back there. Now, we don't actually have to worry about the secret police anymore. They've disappeared mysteriously. But we are going to be going to Radio Shack, or Heard So Good, depending on what version of the game you have. Because we need to buy a piece for that thing. Electronic gadgets.
Foe component, Swiss Army.
Negative. It's the same voice as the guy in the software store.
Dodecaphonic around. CD. Pocket Pal portable terminal. Say.
We've already got one of those. Now we need
Pocket
a
Pal connector. If you're a proud owner of our ever popular Pocket Pal portable terminal, you have no doubt noticed that without the proper connector, it is virtually useless. Fortunately, at this moment, our exclusive Pocket Pal connector is on sale for just 1,999 buckazoids. Get yours now before the price goes up even further.
And we just withdrew 2,000 buckazoids in the previous episode. So we'll order this one. And then we gotta pick the right connector, which is why I took a picture of that earlier. And it just so happens to be this one. So, we're done with the Galaxy Galleria for the rest of the... This actually might be the finale. Since we're actually so close to the end of the game. We're gonna make our way back to Space Quest 12. Alright. Now we've got to go and make our way around and try to avoid those things. There are two of them. Robots, the destroyer robots lurking about. So before I get too far ahead of myself, I want to make sure to save. And at some point in time, yes, we'll be able to track the robots. As soon as I become visible, I've got to attach this.
You attach the plug to the pocket pal.
And then get this ready, even though we're not going to need it just yet. This is actually a maze.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from your left.
That was actually in the previous screen, not in this one.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from your left.
Okay. This is the safest place where we can use this at the moment. You can see where the robot is.
Maybe if you wait a while, the nice droid will come around. It's... You...
Come on, Roger. We don't want to hang around too much. This is another safe point. And we're actually getting ready to see what's inside this big machine.
You hear an electronic...
This right here.
You hear an electronic hum.
Is one of the safer places, except for the fact that those things want to shoot you.
The word laser came to mind after each of the first 6 shots, but only after the 7th blast were you convinced.
Oh, trying to escape. Okay. We're actually supposed to use one of the terminals.
You hear an electronic... You attach the...
If they're on the floor above you or below you, they can't actually touch you, so... That is actually a heartbeat or a pump that you're hearing.
Take a good look, Roger. Remember this poor wretched soul, for he is your son.
You hear an electronic hum approaching...
Discovered a plot device. Now what we need to do is make our way over to that.
You hear an elect...
It just takes patience, perseverance. Craptastic. It's at the left. What the f...
Now you knew...
Like I said, it just takes patience and perseverance.
You attach the... You can't use that... You hear an electronic hum.
So I'll spare you the boredom of this maze.
You hear an elect...
Take it. Remember.
You hear an elect...
Sometimes I wonder why. Well, this was actually not meant to be played on a new widescreen monitor. But rather a CRT with 640 by 480. Yeah, 640 by 480. This is actually in 320 by 200 scaled up, I believe. Good, they're both up in the upper level, so we've got a clear shot to the mainframe. Which is where we're headed now. And this is actually that where that code comes into play.
You see a small...
That I wrote down in the last episode, the 69, 65, 84, 76, 69.
Don't...
Alright, looks like we found the missing floppies.
Yeah, this looks like toilet material.
Oh wait, what happens if you flush the
You've
space
seen
left
this mystic
forward?
rune somewhere else. Probably represents some tertiary function of the supercomputer brain. Certainly nothing important.
King's Quest 18, I believe.
Looks rather like a security droid of some sort.
Yes. So basically what we found is the virus, or the Leisure Suit Larry for missing Floppies. The Vohaul's brain, the game, and King's Quest because Ken Williams, and the security droids. So what we want to do is start dragging stuff to the toilet. Now, pay attention to the memory down here. What you don't want to do is flush the game, because if you do that, the game crashes. Now notice it says 2,451 kilobytes free. And now all of a sudden there's 841 gigabytes. Almost, those actually 841 terabytes free after deleting King's Quest. Now we just take the brain and go. Alright, now we need to get the hell out of here.
You're far... You don't... You can't...
Well, we do have a time limit on this, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. And thanks to deleting the security droid software, we no longer have to worry about those things. So what we need to do is make our way to that one room where we found Roger's son, as Vohaul claimed. And then get the hell out of there before the end of, or before time runs out. Of course, as you can probably tell, this will be the finale because we are so close to the end of the game, it's not even funny. So, yeah. And this episode would probably be brought to you disrespected, no style, meaning unedited.
Hello again, Roger. It's me, your old friend, Sludge Vohaul. I've taken the liberty of borrowing your son's body. I had to remove him first to make room for my mental self. His is on this disc. Say, it's most enjoyable to be in a young, healthy body, even if it's from your bloodline. In fact, I like it so much, I think I'll keep it. I guess we'll have no use for this anymore. Now it's time to settle things, once and for all. You'd better be careful, though. Keep this in mind. If I die while in this body, that disc will be useless. Your son will never draw another breath. And if you don't defend yourself, you will never live to buff another helmet. Come on, show me what you've got, mop jockey.
But we've got to knock him down a few times.
Is that the best effort you can muster? All this space hero nonsense must be getting to you. You're getting old, Roger. I, on the other hand, am enjoying the physical joys of youth.
Let's go get that disc. And that is actually...
It is the break.
Follow me. There are many things we need to talk about. You must be very confused.
Were Vohaul's words true? Are you really my son? You do look a little like me, though not as good looking.
What do you mean, not as good looking? I'm 10 times... wait. What am I saying? This is no way to start. Yes, what Vohaul said is true. I have many things to tell you, Dad. I should start at the beginning. I was born 19 years ago on Xenon. It's always been my home. The Xenon of today, at least up until recently, had made great strides in managing our planet's resources. That included water, minerals, even the talent of our population. We enjoyed peace for so many years, we took it for granted. The creation of the first super biomech computer was the biggest success story in our history. When the Vohaul virus was introduced and began to control the computer, a state of total chaos was created. We were unprepared for what followed as Vohaul turned our technology against us. The population was quickly decimated. Some of us stayed and tried to fight, some were captured, and some fled the planet. When it seemed there was no hope, we thought of one last long-shot effort. That was to find the only person in history ever to defeat Vohaul. We had to go back in time to find that person, you. We got there just in time.
You had to go back in time to get me? Why wasn't I available in this time? What happened to me? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. There are some things I wish I could tell you, but can't. I know that's not what you want to hear. Believe me, I just can't.
Hey, if you're my son, who's your mother? My wife? Where is she? Who is she?
You sure ask a lot of questions for a janitor. This is my mother and your wife. Her name was Beatrice Wankmeister. She was quite beautiful, wasn't she?
What do you mean, was quite beautiful? What are you saying?
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Please, I can't tell you anymore.
You know, the whole
I don't
time paradox
believe
thing.
all this. I'm so confused.
It doesn't matter now. I have to send you back where I found you so that history will properly reflect the events which brought us to this place in time. You won't remember much. This will seem like it was a weird, fuzzy dream. I must get back to the task of contacting all the surviving citizens of our planet. We have a huge task ahead of us. Rebuilding our city and our lives will not be easy, but we will do it. Once more, I have to ask you to enter the time rip. It will return you to Magmetheus in the Space Quest 4 era. Please, go now. It's time. Dad? I'm glad I got to see you, even if only for a few minutes. Xenon owes you a lot. Goodbye, Dad.
So many unanswered questions. The future should prove most interesting for Roger, if he can stay out of trouble long enough to reach it. We're glad you could help Roger get through it all. Thank you for playing Space Quest 4.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Space Quest 4, Roger Rocco and the Time Rippers. There's not really much to say that I haven't already said throughout the episodes of this, so I will leave you with it. Thank you all for joining me for this series of Space Quest 4, Space Quest 5, and King's Quest 6 to follow. I will be doing a short indie game presentation of a Quest for Glory style game called Betrayed Alliance. The developer who created it had just released it, and I was the first one to stream and complete it on stream. So that was an interesting development. So I will be playing an updated version of the game that he had uploaded after fixing a few bugs that I had found in the game itself. So again, thank you all for joining me for this series, Space Quest 4. If you liked it, hit that like button. Love it, share it, subscribe if you wish, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Later.